Well, hello, everybody who is not here. Mobius Y here on Stellaris Console Edition. Yes, it is Thursday, and I'm streaming anyways because I said, screw it. You know what? It was a short stream on Tuesday. I started late. I was kind of mad about it. So I was like, Wednesday I usually play hockey, so I'm going to take the night off. Thursday, I'll do another stream. Also because I really just want to play the damn game. So just give me a second here. I'm going to post on my Twitter and in the Discord channel that I am live. How's everybody doing this evening? All right, so what we're going to do is, before things really get going here, going to do my shameless plugging. My name is Mobius Y. If you are watching live on Twitch right now, I have a YouTube channel. Feel free to check it out. Mobius Y Canadian Gaming. Pretty easy to find. And in my YouTube videos, I have two playlists set up for Let's Play Stellaris Console, where you can find similar things like what I do during this live stream. You can also find a Tips and Strategies playlist, where I go over some of the finer mechanics of Stellaris, particularly Stellaris Console Edition, obviously. And I talk about things like min-maxing your empire, and other things that people don't like, such as opinions. Lots of those in that playlist. So if you want to learn, some of the finer points of Stellaris Console Edition, swing on by my YouTube, check out those playlists. Very likely you'll pick something up you weren't really aware of, or you might get some insight that you hadn't really considered before. And if you are watching this on YouTube, check the links in the description below. You will find a link to my Discord channel. Just a little quiet corner of the internet, specifically for myself. You can come in and talk about Stellaris Console Edition with other Stellaris Console Edition players. Talk about Empire builds, bounce ideas off of them, ask questions. Somebody can very well look it up and answer it for you, if necessary. Most importantly, you can set up some multiplayer games and play with other people. It's also a pretty decent way to get in touch with me. Other links in the description, my Twitter feed. Probably the best way to get in touch with me. I do check the Discord every day. However, I am usually on Twitter quite regularly reading stuff, and I check that pretty frequently while I am at work. There is also a link to my Twitch channel, which I streamed this off of, so I recommend coming by that, giving me a follow. And the stream schedule is right above that link. I stream every Tuesday and Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Times. And Tuesday night has kind of become the unofficial Stellaris Console Edition night. I tend to play that on my Tuesday streams. Fridays tend to be something a little more different. Those are the nights that I'll play something else, like sometimes I'll play Smite, sometimes I'll play something completely freaking different. Okay, so we queued up colonizing Menshib 3, I believe it was, which is, or sorry, Menshib 2. It is a 20-tile desert world, so we'll have some tile blockers to get rid of. And we had a bunch of stuff going on in the last episode. We completed our biological ascension, but we failed to really capitalize on that. We did take the World Shaper Ascension perk as well, which drastically increased our terraforming speed. So our terraforming is much swifter now. And I'm thinking, because we're already 100 years in, I just want to kind of play it safe and maybe take Defender of the Galaxy as either our next Ascension perk or the one after it. I'm thinking the next one because we only have 2 tradition trees left to do. We have Diplomacy, which we've already adopted. Once we finish that, that'll be our 6th Ascension perk. And then last, we'll have Domination. And once we do that, we'll have our 7th Ascension perk. And our 8th Ascension perk will have to come from the Ascension Theory research project, which we have not seen yet. So there's a possibility that we don't see it in time before a crisis pops up. So I kind of want to just take the Defender of the Galaxy option, and you know, be prepared for that thereabouts 200-year mark, because we're kind of halfway there already, and it's getting to the point where now that we are terraforming a bunch of planets, a bunch of good planets in our Empire's borders, and we're going to be colonizing several systems, our Unity generation is not going to be as significant, because we're going to be taking a major cost penalty to we're going to take a major penalty to tradition costs. We only have 5 colonies right now, so it's not a significant penalty just yet, but that'll rapidly jump up there, because we're probably going to colonize up to 10 colonies by the end of this little chapter here. So it's only about 5 minutes into the stream. I'd like to stream for a good 2 hours. I started earlier than I normally do. It's just a little after 6 o'clock my time. I'd like to stream till at least 8, so get a good 2 hours in there. So we're building a colony ship on Latium Prime, which is over here where our military fleet is currently docked, and it's fairly close to the Menshib system, which we are going to go colonize. Alright, what did we get? Hyperlane breach points. Okay. Ship upgrade. Oh, plasma cannons already. That would be nice. We also got hyper shields. Those would be really good. We don't really need barrier point defense, because we already have flak artillery, don't we? Yes, we do. So let's take plasma cannons. That'll be... Ooh, whoops. What just happened? Ah, crap. Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I hate that sometimes. A window pops up like really unexpectedly, and you're already mashing the B button for whatever reason. And so it's like, boom, you make something go away. I'm pretty sure these guys were asking for like a donation or something. So we wish to become your patron. We have a 10-year program, so we'll complete that deal. We have more than enough energy now. Not that we have a great amount of energy generation, but it's not terrible. As you can see, moving our fleet away from a docked spaceport, we're only generating +7 energy, which is kind of bad. Definitely want to improve on that, and we are going to do so. So the other thing that we can do is go to Latium Prime. Oh, wait, sorry. We should check out our ships. Are they upgraded with the enhanced hyperdrives? No, they are not. So we're gonna do that. Oh, it doesn't have enough power. Well, that's a problem, ain't it? So let's get rid of these shields here. Put another thingamajigger there. Hyperdrive 2. All right, that'll work. Actually, we should keep the advanced shields. Just get rid of the piece of armor. Armor on Corvettes is kind of redundant because they have such low HP anyways. Okay, I do believe we're good. Do we have Generation 2 afterburners? No, we don't. That's fine. Alright, save that. Okay, now our destroyers also have afterburners. I figured we'd want crystal-infused plating on those. That's strange. Yeah, let's do crystal-infused plating. Yes, please. Okay, then grade 2 hyperdrive. What do we got here? Grade 2 hyperdrive, grade 2 hyperdrive. Okay, so we'll take our second Void Skulkers, upgrade them. 46 ships will be upgraded for 669 minerals. Yes, please. We can totally afford that. And after those upgrades, it's going to take 60 days, not too long. We'll build 2 more Corvettes from Latium Prime. They will merge with the second Void Skulkers and improve our military capacity just a wee bit. Okay, so something else that we are going to do. If anybody watching is on Twitch, please let me know. I have a fan going. It's pretty warm in my house. I'm also chewing gum. So if those two, this frickin' headset microphone is extremely good. It's very, I mean, I probably just made a whole bunch of noise just by moving it further away from my mouth. It's actually like hypersensitive. It's picked up the humming of my fridge in the kitchen before. So if that is coming through, please let me know in chat, as I want to stop that right away. Nobody wants to watch a video where they have to listen to me chewing gum for the whole time, do they? Anyways, what was I getting at? Ah, yes. The gene tailoring. Okay, let's go to the people section, go to under species. Now, here's something that we didn't do in the last episode, which we totally could have done. We now have 5 gene points remaining in order to genetically tailor our species. And since we completed biological ascension, we have advanced traits. Yes, there are additional traits you get when you biologically ascend. They are not available without doing this. And they're down here at the bottom. We have the robust trait. It costs 7 points, which is nuts. Plus 30% habitability, leader lifespan, plus 30 years. Bio-optimized organisms with redundant functions have made this species extraordinarily resistant to environmental hazards and disease. That's a pretty crazy trait. It's also extremely expensive, so I'm not a terribly huge fan of it. We also have Erudite. This costs 5 points. Engineering, physics, and society output is all increased by plus 20%, and our leader skill levels are increased by 1. This is, of course, incompatible with intelligent, because intelligent increases all science output by 10% already. So Erudite is not compatible with intelligent. It's still compatible with natural engineers, natural physicists, or natural sociologists. So you can still stack that. Biological engineering has unlocked previously dormant parts of this species' brain, greatly increasing mental acuity. We have the fertile trait. This costs 4 trait points. Increases growth speed by 30%. That is a massive increase. And increases overall happiness by 5%. The natural fecundity of this species has been dramatically enhanced through aggressive physical and behavioral sculpting. So this is fantastic for us right now, because we should be colonizing a bunch of new colonies, and this will help those colonies grow much more quickly. It's incompatible with rapid breeders, though. It doesn't say that here, but if we had the rapid breeders trait, it would show that it is incompatible, because they essentially do the same thing, but fertile gives you a better bonus, so you can't stack them together. We have nerve stapled. This costs 3 trait points. It increases mineral and food output by plus 10% each, but it reduces unity and energy credits output by 50%, and it reduces all science output by 75%. It also makes this species unaffected by happiness. Unessential neural pathways relating to self-preservation and free will are severed, creating a docile and obedient client species. So this is great for slaves, because it further increases the output that slaves can already generate a lot of. It also completely negates the need to look after the unrest that would be generated by slaves. Of course, you don't have to put this on slaves. You can simply use it on another species that is either migrating into your empire, or something you've vassalized and then integrated into your empire, so on and so forth. If you need a specific kind of species where it's like, well, they're on like all my planets, or they're on planets where there's a lot of minerals and food being output there, so let's nerve staple them to further increase their production values. And lastly, we have the delicious the delicious trait. This costs 3 trait points. And the pop food output is increased by plus 100%, so essentially it doubles. This species has a curious evolutionary adaptation of being highly nutritious when eaten. So if you're using a species as livestock, you can biologically ascend, give them the delicious trait, and this drastically increases the amount of food that is generated from your livestock. So those are the advanced traits from biologically ascending, which I think is pretty cool, and I can't believe we didn't really do anything with it in the last episode. Let's see how much it would cost to adjust everything. We already have, look at this, we already have the talented trait. This increases leader skill levels. and we have intelligent to increase science output. So why don't we take these two out, because we can do that now, and do the Erudite perk, which does both of those as a single trait, except it does them better because we're going to generate more science output this way. We still have natural engineers as well, so we're going to have a 35% engineering bonus just with this trait tailoring, which is pretty cool. What else do we want? We can also do fertile. That would be really handy. Increase our growth speed by plus 30% and our happiness as well. So we'll do fertile, and then you know what? We can't do communal, I don't think. Or can we? No, we can. Okay. Interesting. So with fertile and communal, we're increasing our overall happiness by plus 10%, which is pretty neat. And because we have one trait picked left and minus 2 trait points, let's throw in non-adaptive. Can we add any more? No, we cannot. So that's the maximum we can add, and we are using up all the trait points all the extra trait points we got from biologically ascending. We're throwing in 2 more additional traits, throwing in 2 advanced traits, and this is one of the benefits of biologically ascending. Is you can essentially we're going to modify our entire species, but if we so chose, say for example, Kaiser 2 was a colony that we developed, and it was developing specifically minerals. Well, we could nerve staple everybody on that planet and increase their mineral output. And then, for example, if Epsilon Indi Prime was generating a lot of science, we could make them erudite and keep natural engineers, and boom, they're generating a lot of science. Or we could even change natural engineers with natural physicists or natural sociologists if we so chose. That's the cool thing about biologically ascending. It's pretty crazy. The combinations are not necessarily endless, but still very, very varied. And the other cool thing about it too is it allows you to normally you cannot remove beneficial traits. For example, when you get the targeted gene expressions research technology, which should happen in pretty much every game, and it just gives you a free trait point, you still can't remove the traits that you gave your species at the beginning of the game. And you cannot add negative ones to try and counteract a positive one, or positive ones you're trying to add to your species. So you can't add the red traits, and you cannot remove green traits. However, by biologically ascending, you can. So I think it's pretty cool all around. Fun thing to add into the game. So we're going to modify our whole species, because our current technology is only 7 months remaining, which isn't too bad, and modifying the species would take 123 months. So what we're going to do is we'll wait the 90 days for this to time out. That's fine. We'll finish the project that's currently going. It's only going to be 7 months anyways. And then we'll modify the whole newt species, which will actually wind up taking longer because we'll have Menship colonized by then, probably. Now, the reason that I think it would be best if we simply gene tailor the entire species right now is we don't really have any specialized planets. The only thing that's going on is Yanduz Prime and now Menshib Prime both have planetary modifiers reducing mineral output by 25%. So we're not building we're not building mining networks on those 2 planets. That's about it. We're not really specializing anything to generate a lot of one type of resource, are we?
Construction complete.
But that doesn't mean that we're not looking around. We checked out
in progress.
a project to modify the traits of the newts has failed. Yep, because we just let it time out. That's fine. The fact system, we terraformed a few worlds there because they have 5. It has 5 planets, which is pretty dang good. Zedran, not much there. Beatrice, it's a 14-tile ocean world, not very good. We're looking for worlds with lots of tiles. A good 20 plus is ideal, but even maybe 18 or 19 tiles wouldn't be so bad. And here we go. Here's Queenus 2. That sounded worse than it actually was. I said a certain word that was not another word, so relax. We cannot terraform Gaia worlds yet because we don't have the Gaia Creation technology, which is fine. We can still do desert worlds. These take only 1,800 days and 850 energy credits. That is a steal for turning a kind of low habitability world. The continental world is only 25% habitable for our newts right now because they have a desert preference. So by terraforming it, it's going to turn into a pretty good candidate. 21 tiles, not too bad. Doesn't have any fancy, really useful special resources on it, unfortunately. I didn't see any... there's no Betharian stone, but there is a Xeno Zoo, which is alright. That I do believe that increases our Unity output, so that's kind of useful. Okay, Galactic Administration is done, which is great. So what we're going to do is we'll start the Refit Standards Doctrine. That'll only take 5 months. However, oh shoot, we can pick a new tradition already. Okay, Diplomacy. Let's increase our habitability by 10%. Or do we want to do that? Yeah, let's do that. I think we'll get the Visitor Center last. It is a building that will give us a little bit more Unity generation once we build it on some tiles, if we build it on some tiles, and it generates energy, so it's a pretty handy building. But I think what we'll do is we'll go towards the Form Federation, and if anybody is interested in forming a federation, we'll see if we can form one with them, and then we get the Federal Unity, which increases our Unity output by 5% per member of our federation. We're already getting a good Unity bonus, where our rivals are generating a percentage of additional Unity for our neighboring rivals, and that's actually giving us quite a bit. Okay, unspent civic points. So we just got the whatever one we just finished. Galactic Administration, that's it. Duh. So now we have the extra civic slot. We can get our third civic slot, and to do that we have to reform our government. Now I'm not sure what we should get. Ruler skill levels +2, don't care. Unrest -20, don't care. Consumer goods cost, nah. +1 monthly influence. We're already getting a bit through our rivalries. Reduced consumer goods, Empire minerals production, that would be really good. Increased core sector systems, yeah, we really need that, don't we? Building cost -15%, Governing recruitment cost, I'm thinking mining guilds is actually the way to go. That's a pretty safe pick. However, we could... Let's see. I don't know. It's not xenophobe. Okay. Corporate Dominion is one that I often pick because it's just really good. Increasing overall Empire energy generation by 10%. That's actually quite fantastic. But you have to be not xenophobic and you have to have an oligarchic authority. So that's not happening. Let's see. Are there any other options in here that we can pick if we change our... No, I don't think so. I think we're just going to go with mining guilds. It's a pretty safe pick. We'll stick with being a monarchy. And, yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that. This will cost us 250 influence to reform our government, but we're not really reforming much of anything. We're just adding another civic. So, reform. Now, you just saw, if you missed that, our mineral production just jumped from 266 to 301 every month. So, pretty significant bonus. That's definitely going to make a difference in the long run. The nice thing about being able to reform your government is you can actually do that at any time. If things change... This is why I say that governing ethics attraction is a bad thing. Because later on in the game, you want to shift your ethics in a different direction. For example, we want to get rid of being fanatic pacifist. We want to go to war with people, so let's shift towards being militarist. And then we can reform our government and form something completely different, we can get something like Distinguished Admiralty to further increase our fire rate by 8%, which would be pretty good. And we could also get something like Nationalistic Zeal, which increases our border range and increases the number of rivalries we can have, but we have to be a degree of militarist to have that civic. So, you know, you can do cool stuff by reforming your government once you're ready to do so. I will admit I am very bad at doing that. I should do it every time I play. Okay, checking out planets in our empire. A 23-tile tomb world, huh? Let's take a look-see. Oh, no, not this one. This one has Betharian stone, though, so that's pretty cool. And this one... Okay. We don't have climate restoration yet, so we can't terraform that tomb worlds just yet, unfortunately. Ooh, what do we got? The star nation formerly known as Tial Blood Host has been destroyed by its enemies. How this will affect the political climate of the galaxy remains to be seen. Oh, okay. So that means that up here on the north end of the galaxy, the Great Kundan Coalition, which was beating the shite out of them earlier, and in the last episode, they flat out defeated them. Alright. So that's one less fanatic purifier to worry about. The Jomar Star Hunters are the other one, and they're pretty much right next to us. They can't quite get to us. They have to go through these other two empires first, but, you know, they're there. Okay, let's let things run through. Protectorate status. Great Kundan Coalition for the Tendrakian Republic. Huh, interesting. What else do we got? The Jomar Star Hunters and the Great Kundan Coalition are now rivals. Or, well, specifically the Jomar Star Hunters declared them rivals.
Colony
Ethior. Need to colonize that because that was a really nice non-aggression pact invitation, Neborate Covenant, and the Great Kundan Coalition. And independence guaranteed. Same two people, except the Great Kundan Coalition said, hey, we guarantee your independence because we're cool like that, apparently. Alright, so let's take a look-see here. What's going on? We need to clear a lot of tiles. Holy crap. Okay, first up, let's clear this one because it's a blank tile. We'll put our autochthon monument there. And we'll just leave it at that for the time being. Okay, so now that we have actually finished the galactic thingamajigger, the next task is modify the species. So we wanted to get rid of intelligent and get rid of talented and give our species erudite because that does both intelligent and talented, except better because it gives us more science output. And we also want... Come on. There we go. We also want fertile. And what was the other thing that we put down? There was one more. I think we did communal, right? Pretty sure it was communal. A really good one would be industrious to increase our minerals output. But the problem with that is we pick industrious and now we're at -3 trait points. And we can't compensate for that. So, sometime down the road we can definitely continue gene tailoring and maybe just do a single planet. Make it industrious and further increase our minerals output. So, what we're going to do here is non-adaptive habitability decreased by 10%. So this basically nullifies the bonus we got from our first pick in the diplomacy tree. That's part of the reason why I went for it. So let's go ahead and modify. This will take 125 months, so research. This will take a while, but that's okay. It's about a 10-year process. Not that big of a deal. Totally worth it in the end. Also, Menshib Prime, you need a space station, so let's go with projectile defense. Okay, need to check out armies on our planets. Because we have quite a lot of minerals. Armies are okay to instantly use up minerals by buying stuff. namely for the attachments that they can use. Ooh. Trade deal duration expired with the Hanmer Enlightened Kingdom. No more research agreement. Tile blocker cleared. Okay, good. Now, there's nothing on this tomb world, unfortunately. So it's not immediately... I mean, it's a 22 tile world, so that's pretty good. But it doesn't have anything special. It doesn't have any Betharian stone, doesn't have a Xenozoo, nothing like that. It has no planetary modifiers either. Okay. Ooh, I can put an art monument down? Wow. Okay. That's new. So we'll put the... Alright, let's put this art monument down. I wasn't aware that I could still build one. And then we'll clear this other empty tile over here, put in a Tocthan monument down there. Okay. How many more art monuments do I have? I wonder. I've got at least one. Okay, so we've got... I'm pretty sure the maximum you can buy is 5. So we must have only 4 down. Epsilon Indy Prime. This definitely has one. There it is. Okay, there's 1. Latium Prime has 1. That's 2. Okay, we can start building this mining network here on Latium Prime. The Anduz Prime has 1. That's 3. And Menshib Prime has 1. So yeah, we've only placed 4 art monuments. Gonna want to change that ASAP. What do we finish? Stormfire cannons. Cool. Oh, okay, there we go. Standardized battleship patterns. Do want that. That'll be our cheapest project. Although I will admit, advanced afterburners and even impulse thrusters would be pretty handy. Particularly the advanced afterburners, because I like putting those on corvettes. Helps them really close the distance. Alright. Let's double check if we are getting curator insight from one of the curators. Can you aid us in our research? We would like to purchase this service. Yes, please. Do want. And the other thing we can do is go to our edicts and Society Research Grants again. There we go. Okay, now let's take a look. Situation log. Now the project finishes in 92 months as opposed to about 120. So we just cut that down by a good 3 years.
Construction complete.
Not quite, but pretty close. Latium Prime has finished its construction queue. Well, let's give it a new construction queue, shall we? Alright, Yandu's Prime. What do we need on Yandu's Prime? Basic science lab. Absolutely. Build up into a physics lab. I like the sound of that.
Incoming transmission.
What do we got? A research agreement, and they're going to give us 1325 energy credits. We would like to propose a trade. Alright. Sure. Why not? Plasma cannons, 17 months, 27 months for standardized battleship patterns. That's good. Those will finish long before this modifying the newt species. Very good, very nice. Okay, we've already got a new newt growing pretty quickly, I might add. Once we clear this empty tile, we will put them on that. Throw down an Tocthan monument. What do we got here? Latium Prime has finished its construction queue again. Build more.
Construction complete.
Yandu's Prime has finished its construction queue. Upgrade to a physics lab. Which reminds me, Menshib. Oh, there we go. A Tocthan monument. Yes, please. Put that here. Okay, where can we build a frontier outpost? Frontier clinic, sorry. It's a frontier clinic first and then a frontier outpost later. So let's clear this tile. Put a frontier clinic down there. That's where we'll put our next pop on this planet. And then before we upgrade to a planetary administration with the 5 pops, we'll just clear the rest of the tiles. That'll work out. Look, our habitability is still 95% for desert worlds. That's good. It would be 100% if... or sorry, it'll drop down to 85%, I should say. Because the non-adaptive trait will kick in after the newt species is modified. So a bit of a bummer, but the other bonuses will get along with that. The increased growth speed, the increased science generation, it'll just be fantastic. Okay, so why don't we put this guy... we've already got an engineering lab up and running, so why don't we put him on this one and just build a hydroponics farm? There we go. See, look at him go. Well, it's already been a little over half an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. I cannot stress it enough, folks. I love this game. Not specifically because it's console edition or anything like that. I don't doubt that I would love this game if I played it on PC as well. However, I love this current state. I've seen what it looks like for things like planetary management and stuff like that on PC edition. There's some things about it that I'm not looking forward to getting on console edition. I won't lie. I love this tile system. I think it allows for better it requires more micromanagement, but allows for better min-maxing, in my opinion. Really requires you to strategize all the way down to the placement of your different pops. You know, if you have robots going on, but you know, it's like, I'm not going to get droids or synths anytime soon, so you put your robots on strictly mineral tiles for the longest time because that's all they can really generate a decent amount of. Blah 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 blah.
Construction complete.
What can I say? I just like it. I just like it. Alright, let's start clearing tiles. Clear, clear, clear. Xeno Zoo will be the first one we clear. Let's clear that energy tile. That energy. Okay, and then just go through the rest. Alright, we finished construction on probably Latium Prime. Or was it Yanduz Prime? Could have been either one. Let's see. Good on those planets for the time being. Okay, our next pop is already growing. Let's, Where do we want to put this guy? Let's put him up here.
Research complete.
You know what? It would be better if we just... Ooh, no, not a basic hydroponics farm, sorry. Basic science lab, put him there. That'll be 10 times better. Plasma cannon's done. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, Zero distillation would be pretty good. Zero is very handy resource. But next, let's do X-ray lasers. We're pretty close to tachyon lances now. Okay, so with the plasma cannons done, what we're going to do is we're going to change out all these lasers to plasma cannons. This is going to use up more energy on all of our ships, so that's part of the reason why we might have to redesign if necessary. So plasma cannon. So let's take a look at the differences between the laser and the plasma cannon. The laser has 70 range. The plasma cannon has 80. Laser requires less energy by nearly half, and also has better accuracy. So at the cost of higher range, you have better base accuracy with the laser. However, the plasma cannon, we're ignoring the fact that it says the plasma cannon does more damage because we have a tier 3 UV laser. We should be comparing a tier 5 gamma laser with a tier 3 plasma cannon in terms of damage. But they both suffer a minus 20% shield damage penalty, but the difference between lasers and plasma cannons is plasma cannons have a 90% armor penetration, or as it says, ignores 90% of armor. Lasers only have 60%. Lasers do shoot faster, so they can compensate for their weakness to shields and the smaller bonus to armor with their faster rate of fire. However, with the higher range of the plasma cannons and the much better overall anti-armor capabilities of the plasma cannons, we're better off just going with those. Okay, we're going to have to redesign our battleships all around because we're only at plus 7 power. Once we get hyper shields, that's going to be even worse. So we'll throw another 0-point reactor instead of a large shield modulator there. And we can start throwing down some Stormfire cannons, I think. Stormfire cannons have very short range compared to our railguns. And I mean very short. But they have a much higher rate of fire. As you can see, the cooldown is 2.35, whereas an advanced railgun is 3.5 of the medium size. So they shoot way faster. But like I said, at much reduced range. Let's change that to these two medium size at the back. Those are now railguns. Or sorry, those are now Stormfire cannons, excuse me. We'll change this one on the cruisers to a Stormfire. We'll change... Well, sorry, we should leave the Destroyer. Leave the Destroyer and Corvette alone. Just the Battleship and the Cruiser that we changed. Alright, so let's back out of that. And once again, upgrade our fleet. 28 ships will be upgraded for 770. So the idea is, even though the large weapon slots are strictly plasma cannons, which are anti-armor, meaning that the first volleys will be doing damage against enemy shields if they have shields, so they'll suffer reduced damage. Once the cruisers, and in particular the corvettes, getting close, and especially those corvettes with their neutron torpedoes, once they get in close and wipe out shields on enemy ships, the plasma cannons will really come into effect and just hit hull points directly for damage. Just help whittle down those hull points very quickly. And because they're kind of grouped up and both of our cruisers and our battleships have them, they can kind of sit back at longer ranges and hurl those. Well, the destroyers can as well. The destroyers have those too. It's most of the battleships and the destroyers that hang back. Cruisers tend to get right up in front, kind of as the second line behind the corvettes. Corvettes close in and swarm. Cruisers will be right behind them. The destroyers kind of make a picket line for the battleships. There we go. Ships upgraded. Not bad. We have an 18-tile Savannah world over here. Is there anything cool on it? Do we have Betharian stone? No, but there's an alien toy factory which produces a decent amount of society and engineering research on this one tile. Let's go ahead and terraform this. Oh, this got a planet modifier. Increased happiness and society output, but reduced governing ethics attraction. For atmospheric hallucinogen, so whatever. What do we got? We have received reports that the mineral processing hub observed in the Usksion system has been destroyed. Its significant stores of raw and processed minerals were jettisoned and have made planetfall on R66677 in the local asteroid belt. Okay. But that is way over here. Actually, that's not way over here. That's right there. We could totally send... Oh, no, we can't. We totally could send somebody over there to investigate. Let's do a quick little ship transfer. Where's a Corvette? We'll just get a little Corvette to do it. They're quick. There we go. Okay, confirm. Now we've got the first Void Skulkers. Go over here. Scout, please. We'll set him to evasive so he runs away if he runs into any problems. Because we do want him to stay alive. Alright. 12-tile Arid world. Who closed their borders? The Visari Star Core? Really? What did we do to you? Jerks. Okay, battleship assembly plants is very good, very nice. Let's do advanced strike craft. Definitely want those. Those will be good to slap on our battleships as well. We'll wind up redesigning this whole bloody thing all over again. On second thought, nah, we'll just leave it alone. Spent a lot of time building up to this particular design, so we'll just leave it alone. Okay, let's see. Stenlar. 13-tile desert world, no good. 14-tile continental world. There's not many planets on the west side of our empire. Whoa, what do we got? Oh, I thought it said 25-tile tundra world. It's a 15-tile. 11-tile tomb world, that's pretty poopy. What do we got here? This was, oh yeah, this was the 22-tile tomb world. Which would kind of be worth terraforming. And what was this? A 24-tile tomb world. Oof. If we ever get climate restoration, yeah, we got some pretty good tomb worlds that we can terraform for future colonization. 22-tile tropical world. Ooh. No Betharian stone or Xenozoo, but still. 22-tile world? Yeah. Let's take it. Alright, we got an inactive building? Really? Ah. That's unfortunate. Did I build a freaking paradise dome on this planet? Because that would be, like, useful and all that stuff. Yes, I did. I just don't see it right away. Here it is. Okay. I thought I built one. Okay, Menshib Prime ready to upgrade. So, let's put this guy right next to the Planetary Administration. We'll put a Paradise Dome down here. Then we'll do the Xenozoo on the the Xenopets tile. Of course, all that will be after upgrading the Autochthon Monument. Alright, next bit in diplomacy. Federation forming. Alright. Now, is anybody open to the idea of forming a federation? Probably not. Why don't these guys like us? Oh, it's because we did the fleet maneuvers thing. That's right. Okay, no problem. Recipient must be independent, right? Okay. Propulci Enterprises. Invite to Federation. War philosophy forbids wars of aggression. That's a good reason not to get into it. But even without that, these guys don't want to form a federation with us at all. What about these guys? They don't either. Again, forbids wars of aggression. They don't care for that. Plus, they're quite a bit stronger than us. So, no, nobody wants nobody wants to form a federation with us. And you know what? That's okay. They don't know what they're missing. We're the Newts. We're like the cutest empire in the galaxy, aren't we? Yeah. Plus, we're achieving inward perfection, so screw you guys. Can we build in this system? Oh, we can. Holy crap. Sweet. We can do it in all these systems now. Well, except this one. That one doesn't count. What do we got here?
Research complete.
Defensive pact between two AI empires. All right. Okay, what should we do here? Tachyon sensors would be pretty good because because this just increases tracking by giving them better sensors on our ships. What do we got here? Closed borders from the Great Kundan Coalition? What? We have allowed you to move about in our space. Okay, so I pulled a stupid. I forgot that putting this guy to evasive would make him not go to where that hub thingy, the mineral hub, was. Can't believe I forgot that. So, we are completely surrounded by people who really don't like us. It's this guy's closed his borders, this guy's closed his borders, this guy's a fallen empire, so they're always closed. This guy's closed his borders. Not a good sign, if you ask me. Oh, So, what did we got? Queen is 2. There we go. Okay, 21 tile desert world. Now terraformed. Cool. Ready for colonization. What else do we got? What's in scat? Scat. 13 tile savannah world. I'm not going to bother. We've got a 20 tile arid world over here, plus an ocean and tundra world. It's got 3 planets in this system, which is okay, but if they don't have anything good on them, I don't really see the point. That one 20 tile world's pretty decent, though. Okay, let's take a look. Nothing. What about this one? Oh, it's a tomb world, I think, isn't it? Oh, no, that's a tundra world. Okay. Tell you what, let's go ahead and terraform this one. Desert world, 340 energy, and done in 900 days. That's crazy. Less than 3 years. Okay, this guy, terraform him as well. Desert world. Oops, no, don't cancel. Oh, why'd you do that, Moby? Moby, you're dumb. You're so dumb, Moby. Learn to play. Oh my god. 1800 days, 850 energy credits. Okay.
Incoming transmission.
What do we got now? Incoming transmission. Quapulci Enterprises. They want to give us a bunch of energy and receive a bunch of minerals. Sure. Okay, our little scout corvette is almost in the system of question. We're going to want to send a science ship over there. Survey that system, please. Okay. Now, this guy can pull back and merge with the second Void Skulkers. Who died? Scientist Okay. Need to hire a new scientist on this ship. And then go back to assisting research. Maintain our decent... Ooh, Spark of Genius. We'll take. Yep. Yes, please. So we're going to put we're going to put that guy on here. So notice the plus 28% progress. That's going to change in just a second when we assign this guy. Plus 36% now. And then this guy, we go manage, and we'll give him this dude. Okay. And continue assisting research on Kaiser Colony. Scientist Dakalanex. Oh, yeah, I already took care of that. That alert can go away. It doesn't matter anymore. Okay, how are we doing on Yandus? Surely there's another pop that's grown. Oh yeah, just about. Menchib. Almost done here, or what? What's the holdup? It's still queued. Oh, because the science lab is still building. Oops. Well, I screwed that up, didn't I? Way to go, Moby. You suck. Get good, scrub. Yeah. Let's put him on food. For no reason. Alright, at least we're building up some unity on this planet already. We'll get more once we get the energy grid. Because we're going to put down a few power plants. Ooh, how did we not finish that? Oh, are you building over there?
Research complete.
Building a mining station. Okay, you're taking care of that. Never mind. Advanced strike craft done. Good. Okay, so kinetic battery would be really good. Mineral isolation would also be really good. Upgrade our mining networks. A bit of a tough one. Let's do mineral isolation. Need to upgrade our mining networks. That'll increase our mineral production on the planets where we have some mineral production. Not by a huge amount, but you know, by a little bit. It's an improvement. That's what matters. Okay, Menshib Prime. We really got to get Menshib Prime going because our energy generation, even with our military fleet docked, is abysmal right now. And I think it had something to do with finishing all those orbital stations that our construction ships have been building for the last little while. So while we got all those bringing in a bunch more science points and minerals and all that jazz, it's putting a pretty decent drain on our energy. $60 days, 2 months, and then we can... Ooh, what do we got now? Star charts, bugger off, pal.
Construction complete.
Alright, you can return. Okay, cool.
Construction complete.
Menshib Prime, done. Alright, upgrade to the heritage site. And then we will do the Paradise Dome. Okay, and then we'll put the energy grid down here. So we'll move this guy that's growing. We'll pop up on the energy grid. Move this guy over to here, and we'll get a Xeno Zoo on that. So all these buildings that we are now constructing on Menshib Prime produce additional unity. So let's upgrade this to a physics lab while we're at it. Alright, how much longer for that modify the newt species? 24 months, so 2 years to go. And then our species is modified. And we should see a pretty decent jump in production. Maybe not overall, but definitely in science. Okay. I'm thinking Ethior would be our next planet. I forget which one of them had freaking Betharian stone, though. Something had Betharian stone. Maybe I can find it in the expansion planner. Maybe not. Still waiting on the fact system. I'd rather be able to colonize all 5 planets in the fact system before we start going ham here. There is already one world that we terraformed. Well, not... Did we terraform it? I don't think we did. But it has Betharian stone on it for a small, crappy-sized world.
Anomaly found.
Still worth it. Nothing on this tomb world, though. Don't even bother with that one. Wow, look at that. So the asteroid that said it got extra minerals, R66677, 18 minerals if you build a mining station on it. Just that one asteroid. That's pretty nuts considering in Mintaka we have... Ooh, we should recycle what we can. In Mintaka we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mining stations that produce a grand total of 41 minerals. Although, at first glance, 8, 16, 24, 32... 38. So about half of that is being generated on a single asteroid in the Uxion system, which is pretty freaking crazy. I gotta say, I'm pretty freaking tired. It's pretty freaking annoying when I keep freaking saying freaking, isn't it?
Complete.
I know I don't freaking know about you guys, but I'm freaking out. Get a power plant going on this tile. This tile here is going to actually generate a decent amount of power. It's already got 2 energy credits. Meticulous. Who is that? This guy here? This guy who's doing nothing? Keep on exploring, dude. Your job's not done. Now that we've cleared that up, there's actually a route into this part of space that we can check out. Don't know if the Alliance of Rothak closed their borders to us, though. Adaptation 2 has been terraformed into a desert world. Alright, one more planet for colonizing. It's got a pretty decent amount of tiles. Research complete. Tachyon sensors. So, ooh. Got some good options here. Gamma lasers would be pretty good. Dark matter drawing greatly increases our physics output, though, so let's take that. I'm pretty sure I already have a couple stations built around black holes. Yep, there's Yamek's Singularity, there's Heaven's Gate, and there's Zoltar's Maw, so that's 3 that I've identified at quick glance. There might even be a 4th one somewhere. Yep, the Jabaran Maelstrom. So at least 4 within our Empire's borders that we're already drawing stuff from. So there's a very good chance that one of those will give us dark matter extraction. Very good, very nice. Alright. Newt species modified in 9 months. So let's take a quick snapshot here. We are generating 164 physics research, 141 society research, and 144 engineering research. Wow, I almost said energy research. I can't remember which system we wanted to colonize next. I seriously can't. I feel pretty dumb. I'm thinking this Ethior 3 would be a safe one, because it's a 23-tile desert world that we've already terraformed. So it's also cleared of tile blockers. Ooh, terminal moon orbit. Oh, get back there, get back there, get back there. Research that project. Boy! Okay, Menshib Prime. How we looking? .21 Unity being collected by this pop. Oh man, we're still gonna get our next tradition in 2 months. Holy crap! Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and colonize Ethior 3. So let's just queue that up right now. McGruber, let's do from Epsilon Indy. Actually, wait, that's not a good idea. We'll wait for this to finish. It's 4 months away, so. When we finish that, we'll be able to colonize with the newly gene-tailored Newt species. And the colony ship will be full of colonists that have the traits we desire. Okay, well, we're going to take Federal Unity, even though nobody is interested in being in a federation with us. Alright, our governor died. Well, that's unfortunate, but, you know, whatever. Okay, Yandu's Prime. This should be... That should be a hydroponics farm there as well. Because Yandu's has crappy mineral generation. Words are hard. I'm sure I'm repeating myself over and over with this crap too. But sometimes I just need the self-reminder. I'm old. I forget things. We gave them monthly terraforming gases, and they gave us nothing. Okay, well, I don't care about that ending. I'm tired of giving you my stuff. It's my stuff. Leave me alone. Special project complete. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's go back to
Species
that
modified.
scientist. Species modified. Okay. So we jumped up hardly anything in science, apparently. Let's take a look. Okay, so yeah, they have natural engineers, erudite, communal, fertile, and non-adaptive. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at, for example, Kaiser 2. Where is... I'm looking for an engineering lab. Can't seem to find one. I'm pretty sure Latium has at least one. Doesn't it? No. Wow, okay. Yandu's Prime. Alright, how we doing? So, engineering research. 6.9 collected by this pop. It has a base of 1 on the tile. The engineering facility 2 generates another 3. The natural engineers gives it plus 15%. Erudite plus 20%. Plus 10% from having an observatory in the starport. Plus 15% from the curator insight bonus. And a happiness bonus of plus 12% as well. So, not quite adding a nearly double. No, not really. Less than double, but fairly close. So, pretty good bonuses. And our colonies, with growing pops, they will go faster. Look at that, 1.88 growth per month. Because of the fertile trait adding plus 30% growth speed. Of course, there's a frontier clinic, and we've also got genome mapping and a new life, which is a research project and a tradition pick, respectively. Okay, now that that's done, we can colonize. I started with an E. Here it is, Ether 3. And we'll do it from Latium Prime. Here we go. We're going to want to do mineral generation on this planet. Because our last couple planets had 0. So let's put this here. What do we got? Construction complete, probably. Yep, Yandu's Prime finished its construction queue. Okay, so these last 3 tiles on Yandu's Prime are going to be science labs of some sort. Now these guys, they want to give us energy credits and minerals for monthly terraforming gases for 20 years. Kind of a poopy deal, but whatever. Refit standards done. Lovely. Oh, here we go. Climate restoration. Let's get this right now because we don't really need to share the burden. Although it's really good. We have no slaves and no robots. We don't really need the Biolab 2 just yet either. And we definitely don't need another core sector system. So climate restoration it is. Latium Prime has finished its surface queue. So that was an engineering facility that is needed. There we go.
Construction complete.
Alright. Menchib Prime. Upgrade this power plant. Yes, please. What we got? Cygnus 2 has been terraformed into a desert world. Very good, very nice.
System survey complete.
How's our science ship doing? Have you found anything cool? Oh, what's this? Cetramine gas. Don't really care for that, do we? Okay, we should probably... Oh, I know, you know what? Yeah, these guys close their borders to us, so... He's only going to do these few systems in this little area here, and then he's done exploring.
Complete.
Till next time. Ooh. A decade ago. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to give you more minerals again. Latium Prime has finished its production queue. Let's do another engineering facility.
Construction complete.
And what do we got? Menchib Prime has finished its whatever. We can already do the planetary capital because we have enough pops. We have the technology. Okay, so these tiles that have minerals and food, we're not going to do... Obviously, we're not going to do a mining network, but we're also not going to do a hydroponics farm. Because we're going to get enough food from these two tiles here, as well as the Paradise Dome that are already on the planet. So, I'm thinking we'll move this guy here, and move this guy here. Start with just basic power plants, or sorry, grade 1 power plants. So we'll start with those, just to get those kind of set up. And then we'll upgrade to the planetary capital, and we'll right away build the hypercoms forum, and then we'll get the energy nexus. And that should be it. The hypercoms forum will be nice. Oh yeah, we can do the frontier hospital. I forgot. The hypercoms forum will be nice because it increases Unity production on the planet on any tile / building that produces Unity by another 10%. So, hurrah. Good old gene tailoring. I think it makes things so much more awesome for you, can't it? Okay. Our naval capacity hasn't really gone up, but that's going to change once we colonize some more planets. And climate restoration is 22 months away, so as soon as that's done, we'll be able to terraform and colonize some of these... Oh, crap, we lost access to this tomb world. Damn it. Should have built a frontier outpost in that system. Oh, you know what? We still could in the system next to it. So let's go ahead and do that. Frontier outpost. Maybe that will extend our border just enough where we can build one here in Erudite and stake our claim on that 22-tile tomb world. Looking around, I actually have several frontier outposts that I'm wondering if I even need anymore. This one in Pioneer, I think I do.
Research complete.
What do we get? Mineral isolation done. Excellent. Okay, so next up, let's get fortresses would be okay. Impulse thrusters.
System survey complete.
These will increase the chance to evade across all of our ships. Okay, so gotta go all the way back to McGruber. Oh shoot, I totally forgot I could upgrade this to the Empire Capital Complex. Whoopsie. Alright, let's get a mining network 4 going. And we'll do the Empire Capital Complex. That's gonna take a long time. Kaiser Colony, no. What the? Yeah. 3 planets with reduced mineral production. That's terrible. Okay, Kaiser 2, you get some upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4 mining networks being upgraded. Okay, now Epsilon Indy, you have 5. Or sorry, you have 4. So there you go. And Latium Prime, do you have any? Yes, you do. You have 1, 2, and 3. Now, Yandus and Menchib Prime won't have any. Idasich 1A has been terraformed. Idasich 3 has been terraformed. Cool. So this planet, or sorry, this system with 3 planets now. They're all desert worlds, all ready to be colonized and used to extend our will. Let's see. You leveled up, not a big deal. Okay, I can't remember. Did one of these have Betharian stone? I seem to recall Xenopets on one of these planets. Unless I'm misremembering. I guess I'm just on drugs because there isn't any.
Colonization.
So once that other... There we go. Once Elthior Prime has been established, we're going to start colonizing here in Idasich. Because it has 3 planets available to colonize. Can we terraform any of these other planets? They need the terraforming candidate modifier, which we don't have. Or sorry, which none of these other worlds have. I mean, kind of word that a little goofy. Okay. I think now that we are done with the species gene tailoring, we can take off the society research grants. That should improve the speed of researching our physics and engineering projects by just a little bit. Not by much. It was only being reduced by 10% each. Okay. We're going to build 2 more cruisers. So let's get Epsilon Indy Prime Cruiser and Latium Prime Cruiser. Yes, please. Alright, how we doing on Yanduz Prime? Nothing yet? Who's going to war? Oh, these guys right next to me. That's fantastic. I thought for a second I was at war. That's why I saw the little red ship icon, but it's just these crystal dudes. There's a void cloud there. There's little squadrons of crystal dudes here. You know what? We should move our fleet into position to take them out. We don't have nearly enough energy credit generation. We can still kill them, though. Let's just leave them be.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
Alright, it's been an hour and 15 minutes.
Complete.
Almost an hour and 20. So I'll stream for about another 40-45 minutes and then we'll call it a night. Hopefully, tonight's little surprise stream was, or winds up being enjoyable for everybody, or winds up being an enjoyable video for people to watch on the YouTubes. Okay, so you know what we need to do in order to break out of our little rut? We need to send our fleet up into this part and take out these freaking pirates. That's what we need to do. I can't believe I totally forgot about that. Once we get more energy generation up and running, that's what we're going to have to do. Oh, here we go. Alright, so attack the monument way down here. Art monument right there. That'll work. Okay, so if we're going to generate a bunch of minerals on this planet, we should put a mineral silo down 1 tile away. Like, ideally, we put it like right here so that it applies additional minerals being generated on this tile with 2 food, and then the other 3 tiles around it as well. I think that's what we'll do. The downside is we lose this tile that already produces 1 mineral, so it will produce nothing, but it generates another 4 because it generates +1 on the neighboring 4 tiles. So
construction complete.
That, I think that is what is going to be the play. We should do that.
Survey complete.
Okay, so
construction complete.
Silo there, and then we'll do a frontier clinic here. All right, what's finishing up here? Kaiser 2, you're done doing whatever you were doing. Epsilon Indy Prime, you're done your mining networks as well. Okay.
Research complete.
Okay, looking good. Research complete. Dark matter drawing. There we go. Okay. Next up. Arc emitters, don't care for. My least favorite XL weapon. Let's do... Ooh, I don't know. Let's do ion disruptors. That's a quick one. 9 months. Climate restoration is almost done. Has this guy done his frontier outpost? 76%. All I need is that frontier outpost to just eke out enough territory for me to get in here and build another frontier outpost. That's all I need. Top tactics with Mobius Y. The Eurymedon system wound up being a hot point of contention between 3 galactic empires. Geez, superior fleet power, overwhelming naval capacity, and superior technology. That's not a good sign.
Construction complete.
There we go. Okay. And it worked. Okay, perfect. So,
Research
let's
complete.
get... Ooh, not the star, obviously. No, not the frontier... whatever. Construction. Ship, go here. Frontier outpost, please. Thank you.
Construction
Climate
complete.
restoration. Perfect. Okay, so, another good one here would be... Hostile environment adaptation. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay, so... first things first, Hypercom's Forum, Frontier Hospital, Energy Nexus, and then all these Power Plant 2s will start upgrading to Power Plant 3s. Oops. Why can't I upgrade you? Oh, you're already queued. Duh. Okay, and then this guy... I'm thinking these empty tiles will also want generating energy. We can use these last 2 tiles of food for food. These 2 tiles that have some science, we'll put science labs on them. This tile will also be food, but these 2 tiles here with minerals and food, we'll put power plants. These 2 empty tiles will put more power plants. I like the sound of that. So we'll put one down
complete.
here, and we'll put another one down here. Okay, cool. An unused building. Ooh. Get up there, buddy. Get on the right tile, please. MacGruber has finished its construction queue. Oh, I missed one. I missed a mining network because I'm not very bright. What I'm thinking of doing is we actually get rid of the hydroponics farms on MacGruber so that we can build 2 more mining networks and a mineral silo. It'll reduce the Unity output that we're getting on this planet, but I don't think it'll be too much of a hindrance because we're only generating 9, not even 9 on this planet. So yeah, I think that'll be the play. Once we finish upgrading these existing mining networks. So this guy needs an upgrade. Come on. 25 days. There we go. Okay, we'll let that finish up, and then we'll trade out these hydroponics farms. Okay, another unused building. That's fine. That's just the mineral silo that we finished. Next pop we'll put on the Frontier Clinic, though, because that'll increase growth speed some more. Ion disruptors are done. Let's do capacitor fields for our space stations, which we don't have any. Let's do phase disruptors. Disruptors actually pair kind of nicely with plasma cannons. The issue with it is that they use up a lot of energy. Or, well, they have a lot of power usage is what I was getting at. In the recent video I put up with the big fleet battle between myself and an AI empire, the AI empire actually ran a complement of nothing but phase disruptors and gamma lasers. Could be a pretty potent combination. But didn't really work out because I had I mean, you could say I had a stronger fleet, but I think a large part of the reason my fleet power was so inflated compared to... let's get the Curator Insight going again. The reason why my fleet power in that video was higher than the opponent's fleet power is partially because I had Strikecraft. Strikecraft add a lot of fleet power to ship designs and station designs that have Strikecraft. More so than most weapons you can attach to them, aside from maybe XL weapons, but I think even like a large kinetic artillery does not get weighted with the same amount of fleet power as a single superior bomber does, or advanced bomber, I should say. And look at that, we can pick another tradition. We're already at 4 out of 5 in the diplomacy tree. This is crazy. 50 months for our next pick, too. We're going to finish all of the traditions before the endgame crisis shows up. So we're going to have to completely reform our government to get rid of the civics for additional unity generation, and try and get our society to be interested in different ethics, because we won't want to be pacifists anymore. The whole point of being pacifist was for the unity generation. That won't be necessary once we get all the traditions. Pretty crazy. This is actually a really, I think it's a really interesting empire build if you actually want to go for picking up several ascension perks very early. Like, I mean, if you recall, we were about 100 years in and we already had 4 or 5 ascension perks. I think that's pretty nuts. Okay, there we go. So we can destroy this frontier outpost. There we go. And now that we've laid claim to this area, see our borders just inched back a little bit now that we destroyed that other frontier outpost, but that's okay. Mining station, research stations, and more mining stations there, please. Alright, now this planet, 22 tile tomb world, going to terraform you. Desert world, that's going to take a while, which is okay. And then we need to go over to the fact system, which has 2 tomb worlds that we want to terraform as well. Terraform this into a desert world. 3,600 days. Oof. There we go. Okay, so those ones in the fact system are already underway. They'll take a while. What the? I told you to start terraforming. Do your thing. Come on. Why you don't listen? Alright, now there was one other system that had a decent-sized tomb world, if I recall right. Just gotta find it again.
System survey complete.
Do. Alright, we've still got ETR Prime being worked on. Where is that other system that starts with an E, except it has like 3 planets in it? It was up here. Yes, Idash. 1, 2, 3 desert worlds that we've terraformed now. Okay. So that's the good-sized 20-tile world, and then we've got 2 12-tile worlds. None of them have anything special about them. No planetary modifiers, no Betharian stone, no Xenozoos. Bleh. Kind of poopy. That's okay, though. Oh, you're here too. Okay, so we're going to plop you down there. Let's build another power plant. Yupparoosies. LTR Prime, we got our 5th pop about half grown. Then we'll be able to upgrade to a planetary administration already, which is pretty good. And any tile with minerals, we're going to put mining stations down. This tile will put our Paradise Dome on this tile. We'll put the Energy Nexus on this tile and the power plant on this tile. So not a hell of a lot of energy credits being generated on this planet, but we'll still want to do that anyways. So we're already up to 7 out of 10 core sector systems. So if we get the fact system, which has 5 planets, and then we get the Adash system, which has 3 planets, and then that still leaves us with a couple decent candidates, single planet systems to colonize, because they have decent, like pretty big tile planets.
System survey complete.
I think now is a good time to get galactic bureaucracy, because with those other systems I mentioned, that will put us at 9 out of 10 core sector systems. Sejanus, which we terraformed, it's 22 tile desert world now, and then we've got Myrmidon, 22 tile tomb world that's being terraformed. Well, you guys want minerals? Sure, here, knock yourself out. So that'll give us 11 core sector systems. So getting that galactic bureaucracy and holding off on it for a while, not a bad call. What is this military fleet doing here? 3 corvettes. Okay. I would like to know what you're doing, but alright.
Incoming transmission.
Ooh, what do we got? Same thing. Okay. We can oblige. How much longer? How are we doing? 1.77 growth per month. Pretty good. And, yeah, about 3-4 months tops, and then we'll be able to get the planetary administration going. I can't believe how much unity we're getting off of a single art monument. 26.2. Let's check out Mention Prime. That has a hypercoms form. 27.2. And this is why art monuments are really good, even if you're not going for a huge amount of unity generation to try and rush traditions, to try and rush ascension perks, blah, blah, blah. Art monuments are just useful overall because they produce a lot of unity on their own. It's a pretty high upfront cost. Because it's 1,000 minerals to the artisan troop. Well, first you have to be a patron of them, I believe. No, you don't. I'm sorry. You don't have to be a patron, but it's 1,000 minerals for each art monument. You can only have 5. So 5,000 minerals for an additional 50 unity generation per month, essentially. They also take a while to build. I forgot to mention. Huh. See, now I'm
Research complete.
having short-term memory loss all of a
Construction
sudden. There it is, a 24-tile tomb world. I knew there was another one. Alright, so let's go ahead and terraform this one to a desert world as well. Won't be able to colonize it in our core sector systems just yet. Neutron torpedoes. I can't believe we didn't have those. Now this would be really good. Interplanetary Research Initiative to get the Research Institute. But neutron stars would also be fantastic. Or certain neutron stars. Neutron torpedoes would also be fantastic. I forgot we only have proton torpedoes. Let's get this one. That's a 24-monther. That's not too bad. Like, that's actually a pretty quick project considering the cost of the Science necessary. 11,440. What? The sovereignty of Fushro. We have allowed you to move about freely on our territory for too long. Today we draw the line. I don't even know who you are. What? Well, guys that we've never met before, they're immediately just like, no, 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 stay out. Pacifist cowards, that's why. Because they're militarist, aren't they? See, we no longer have a or we shouldn't have a repugnant ruler. Do we still have a repugnant ruler? I don't even know anymore. Let's take a look-see. Leaders. I can't tell. I thought we got rid of that trait, though. But we were still suffering the penalty last I checked. Yeah, see, repugnant ruler, minus 25. We're still getting that, we're still suffering that penalty even though we no longer have the repugnant trait. We got rid of it with our advanced gene tailoring. Okay. Whatever you say, game. Alright, so, back to the drawing board here. So we're going to go to replace, do a mining network, and replace... mining network. We'll just do this 2 mining and networks because this pop that is now growing, which is where we're going to put the mineral silo, that'll still be a while. Even though it's growing at 1.73 per month, it needs 70.4 total growth. So that'll be a bit. Galactic bureaucracy, that's a good one. Okay, the living state. We've had this for a while, or I should say it's popped up several times. We should get that. Because it's pretty dang good. What the heck happened? Our Interplanetary Research Institute is suddenly 30 months to complete as opposed to just 24. Huh, interesting. Must be because of the bonus points we were getting with the Planetary Survey Corps and our science ship checking out planets and stuff. Crappy planets over here, let me tell you. Jeez. Okay, you need to return. You know what I forgot to do on Elthier Prime and Menshib Prime, now that I think about it? I forgot to upgrade the spaceports. Never do that. That is very bad. Always, always, always build your spaceports and upgrade them as soon as you can. Ah, we lost one of our Spark of Genius scientists. That's unfortunate. But you know what? It's okay because we have one with a sentient AI assistant. This is very similar to Spark of Genius in the bonus it gives because plus 10% research speed, but it also does plus 20% survey speed and plus 30% anomaly research speed. So, sentient AI assistant, pretty good trait on a scientist all around. You can use him for anything. In this case, we need him in engineering research because we lost the one scientist, which was very unfortunate. This guy's probably going to die pretty soon too, our maniacal scientist that we've had here for as long as I can remember. Trying to get that, Oh, wow, the Great Kundan Coalition is going to war with the sovereignty of Fushro because the sovereignty of Fushro is like, hey, we're here, we exist, we're special. And the Great Kundan Coalition is like, no, motherfuckers, we're gonna kill you dead. They're regretting closing their borders to us now. That's called karma.
Construction complete.
Oh, there we go. Okay, upgrade these mining networks. We should take a look at our ship design, just to be sure that they have the upgraded sensors and impulse thrusters, which they do. Good. These guys do as well. So that's why you leave a little bit extra power. You know, that I prefer getting 0 point power before really getting, you know, like hyper shields and all the other higher grade stuff, the better combat computers, better hyperdrives, better sensors and stuff, because you can put a few 0 point reactors on there, and then you don't have to worry about constantly going in and redesigning your ships, because you have more than enough power for quite a while. Alright, you can't go anywhere else. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You stupid guy. Trying to remember which planet this guy was assisting research on. I think it was Yandu's Prime. Yeah, I think it was. Okay, so let's send him back there to assist research again. As soon as I find it... Oh, there it is. There we go. What do we got? Trade deal duration expired. No more research agreement. That's fine. I will live without it. Sure, I'll manage. I really don't like the situation we're in, where we essentially cannot expand. Because it's just closed borders all over the place. No real habitable worlds. This is a 25 tile savanna world over here, though, so that'd be pretty good. Should build a frontier outpost over there. I think we'll do that. Build a frontier outpost. That is our planet. Is there anything good on it? No, no Betharian stone, no Xeno Zoo, unfortunately, but that's okay.
Construction complete.
It's a 25 tile world. What's there to complain about? Now, the reason I wanted to change those hydroponics farms into mining networks is because we had the final upgrade to mining networks researched, and right now these two are just upgrading to grade 3s, but we got grade 5s on the capital world, and you can only have the top grade mining networks on your capital world, the grade 5 mining network. So rather than sit there with our grade 1 hydroponics farms, I figured, you know what, really should try and make more use of top tier mining networks. So let's get rid of a few hydroponics farms and put a couple more down. Now we're going to change this farm into a mineral silo, because what do we got here? Peace officer. They vassalized the sovereignty of Fushro. Surprise. Now, the reason why I'm going to go with a mineral silo here is because it's going to increase mineral production on this tile by 1 and on this tile by 1 as well. You'll see that those are actually bigger bonuses than it sounds like. It won't just jump from 21.45 to 22.45. It will very likely jump up to like 24 extra minerals. We'll see. Just remember this number. 21.45 minerals collected by this pop on this tile. Living state is done. That's good. Let's see. I don't care about upgrading our hydroponics farms. We could use bigger and better biolabs, though. That'd be a pretty decent one. We don't really need the Grand Fleet Edict, at least not yet. It's a very good edict, though. And here we go. Diplomacy tree. Done. Okay, so we're in the year 2327. I don't think we've even played 30 years in this session, in this chapter. We've already got our next Ascension perk way sooner than I thought we would. I still want to get Defender of the Galaxy. That opinion increase will be kind of nice. Maybe people will actually consider forming a federation with us. Okay, so I think Defender of the Galaxy, and then we'll go with Galactic Force Projection for our last one. Once we complete the Domination Tradition tree. So let's take this now. There we go. How'd that look? Didn't really do enough. Well, these guys don't. These guys are like much more neutral. Okay, so our scientist finally died in the society research section. Oh, custom AI assistant. Look at that. We lost our maniacal scientist, which had a plus 5% research bonus, but we've got another scientist with a custom AI assistant, which has a plus 5% research bonus. But you know what? I think we already have a scientist with one in one of the science ships. So, take a look around. Meticulous. No. There he is. Okay, it's this guy. So what we're going to do is we'll recruit a meticulous scientist for this ship. And then we'll take the guy that's already in the ship, who is still skill level 5 as well, so we don't lose any bonus. There we go. I like that. Okay, mining network 3s. Let's upgrade to grade 4s. Once we upgrade to grade 5s, then we'll build the mineral silo on that one tile, start upgrading it as well. Upgrading the mineral silo, unfortunately, does not increase the amount of additional minerals it generates on adjacent tiles. I do believe it simply increases the storage capacity. Let's take a quick look here to confirm that. Where is the silo on this planet? Did we not have one? We should. Maybe I'm thinking of this planet. Oh, yeah, here it is. Mineral silo. Mineral silo 3. Mineral storage capacity plus 4,000. So, yeah. They don't increase the mineral output on adjacent tiles, but they increase your storage capacity. So, a grade 3 stores an additional 4,000 minerals, whereas a grade 1, an additional 2,000. So, every time you upgrade the mineral silo, it holds another 1,000 minerals
complete.
Throughout your empire. Menshib Prime, definitely want an observatory. Let's take a look. Yandu's Prime, we're already done with that. Elthior Prime, need to make a solar panel network, and then upgrade. That's how we increase our naval capacity, building starports, spaceports, whatever. Spaceports, yes. Did I not start a colonization process? I don't think I did. But you know what? We'll colonize the fact system next. So where is that big world? This one. Here we go. Okay. Colonize. Let's have them come from McGruber. That's perfectly fine. Look at all the minerals that we can get on this planet, too. If we put the planetary capital here, then we'll get bonus generation on the tile above it and the tile to the right, and then we'll put a mineral silo here. That'll give us additional bonus generation on these 4 tiles. Ugh, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. Fact Prime. Yes, please. Okay, once this level 2 upgrade is done, I think I'll just queue up the observatory.
Complete.
Okay, how do we got going? McGruber, upgraded mining network 5s, and then we'll replace... There we go, mineral silo, and this will affect these 2 mining networks. So remember, 21.45 minerals being generated on this tile by this pop. So hopefully this guy is done growing in the next 7 minutes here, which is when I'm going to cut the stream. And you can see the difference. 21 point... Actually, we can just move another pop onto it, can't we? Yeah, boink. Oh, wait. We have to wait for the mineral silo to be built first. Duh. Moby, you stupid. Okay, so the Research Institute, we're going to use that to replace one of the science labs here on McGruber. Probably this one, this biolab.
Research complete.
There we go. And that'll also allow us to... Let's do gamma lasers. This will give us access to particle lances. Alright, so, replace... 425 minerals and 85 influence to build the Research Institute. But it increases our research speed across the Empire by another 5%, which is really good. Really, really, really good. So we're closing in on the 2-hour mark here. I'm just going to stream for about another 10 minutes. Spaceport of McGruber is done building whatever it was building. It was the colony ship for Fact Prime. I think Fact 3A should be the second planet we colonize, and this one would be the third. Maybe not. How much longer? Terraforming, 1783 days. So yeah, that'll be a while. Fact 3A, I think, will be the second planet we colonize in this system because it has that Betharian stone tile, which we really want to make use of. Lots of energy on a single tile. Not as much as a Dyson sphere, obviously. Speaking of Dyson sphere.
Research complete.
Huh. Totally forgot about megastructures, but I don't really see the need for us to build one, really. Okay, we got Gaia Creation there, so we can terraform Gaia worlds. But you know what? Why don't we do... Yeah, let's do Gaia Creation. I mean, the only other options we had was interstellar campaigns, which gives us cheaper war demands, which is not that big of a deal. We can't declare war on other people. We're pacifists. Artificial moral codes, which gives us lower resettlement cost, which doesn't really matter, and it gives us the share the burden edict, which is really good if we have slaves or robots, but we don't have either. And then we got Secrets of Life, which gives us the top 2 tiers of biolabs, which we just got biolab 2s. So why do we need biolab 3 and 4 just yet? We haven't even upgraded all our biolab 1s yet. Excuse me. All right, you can return. Actually, no, sorry. You need to build mining stations. Yes, please. And then this Savannah world, we need to start terraforming.
In progress.
Terraform into desert world. Yes, please. That'll only take 900 days. Very good. Alright, we can build a couple more starships, I think. What do I want to build? I don't know. Should get a few more corvettes. So let's do Kaiser Colony. 1, 2, 3, 4 corvettes. Kaiser 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 corvettes. That'll put us at 178. And then Epsilon Indy Prime. Huh. Battleship 6194. Okay, 2 battleships and 2 destroyers. I think that'll be the game plan. So a battleship here, and a battleship here, and then Yandu's Prime. You'll do the 2 destroyers. There we go. I don't want to build our fleet up too high because once we hit a certain amount of fleet power, that starts the likelihood of. I should say it begins the timer and greatly increases the likelihood that one of these fallen empires will awaken and start going on a rampage throughout the galaxy. And considering we are 130 years into the game, that would be just really bad timing because that would happen not long before the endgame crisis showed up, whatever the endgame crisis will be. I don't really like building destroyers, to be totally honest, because let's go ahead and take a look-see over here. I mean, to be fair, all we have on our destroyer is flak on the back and a large plasma cannon on the front. But look, take a look-see. These destroyers have a military power of 150, while our Corvette has a military power of 134. And you know what the difference is? It's because the Corvette has the torpedo launcher. As soon as this thing upgrades to a neutron torpedo, the Corvette is actually going to have more military power rating than our destroyers. I mean, we could change the design of our destroyers so that instead of just 2 weapons, where essentially 1 is only actually used for offense, we could change it so that they have either a gunship or a picket ship bow with a couple more weapons, and then a interceptor stern, just to give them more guns. All right, it's a deal. Let's be patrons again. Take our 1,000 energy credits, please. All right, you can get off of that hydro farm. I need minerals, so get on that. All right, what do we got? Fortresses, done. Okay, very cool. Corps of Engineers, that's actually a pretty quick one. 24 months, not too bad. Let's go back to McGruber. Is the mineral silo done building? Yes, it is. So, there. We jumped from, what was it, 21.45 to 23.10. So definitely a bigger increase than just one flat mineral, right? That's why stacking bonuses is pretty dang good, and it plays, and it has a more profound effect than you think. It might just be like, oh well, you're increasing its production by one mineral. That's not that big of a deal. It's like, well, you're not taking into consideration the 6 bonuses increasing your mineral production, are you? It's not just a flat 1. It's more like, 1.9 or whatever number it is. Okay. Ooh. Coming up on the end of the stream. Oh, ow. Oh, that hurt. Ooh. I just stubbed my toe. Really bad. Ouch. I'm surprised I didn't start cursing a lot more loudly and a lot more. Period. Okay, so let's get the Autochthon Monument. And do we have any more art monuments? No, we do not. That's perfectly fine. Xenophilic in the Great Kundan Coalition. Okay, so they might not be such dicks to everybody anymore. Do we have a tile that has society research here? No, we do not. So let's put the Frontier Clinic over here in this empty location. And then, what else? What else do we do? What else do we do? Not really anything else. Incoming transmission. Who died? We lost a scientist. Okay, so this guy here. Now let's get this custom AI assistant guy again. And you are going to assist research on Latium Prime. What do you want? You want to give us minerals and get into a research agreement. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. How's Mention Prime doing? I forgot to upgrade these power plants. Ugh. Terrible. Terrible. And yeah, News Prime, how are we looking here? Oh, we can build some of those science labs now. Oops, not a droid, you dink. There we go. Clone bats. Heh. No.
Incoming transmission.
Incoming transmission. Now what? They want us to give them dark matter, and they'll give us energy and minerals for it. Alright. Sure, whatever. How much dark matter do we have, anyways? 2? Okay, so 2 out of the 4 black holes we have something. Zoltar's Maw and Heaven's Gate, both generating dark matter. Cool, we can use that for trading purposes. Not too bad. So let's see what we got. Lithuric gas, 20% extra shield hit points. Garanthium ore, 10% extra ship hull points. Urantic crystals, 15% extra energy weapon damage. Dark matter, 20% extra physics research. We have a decent amount of strategic resources. These terraforming gases and liquids are pretty handy, though, because we've been terraforming a boatload of planets. But with that being said, it was a pretty quiet evening tonight, I must say. No real concurrent viewers. Tuesday obviously saw a lot more traffic. Yeah, hopefully if you're watching this on YouTube and you'd like to see more Stellaris Console content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you watch this on Twitch for a little while, thanks for coming by. Hope to see you again in the future. Again, Tuesday night has kind of become my Stellaris Console Edition stream night. Unofficially, but it's just, what I've come to enjoy doing. Oh, we can build stations in this Kornagi system now, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And apart from that, I think that's going to be it. There's not really much we can do outwards. We're just going to have to look inwards to improve our empire from within. Terraforming these worlds, colonizing planets. Might have to look at doing sectors in the near future. Not that I want to, because I'm sticking to the very big planets with the large amounts of tiles. for colonization. But if we can get enough energy generation to get our fleet off of spaceport, take out these two bands of pirates and whatnot, or whatever else is in this other system, and then maybe send our science ships out into these northern reaches of the galaxy, maybe all the way around over here by the Mitron Union as well. Get some more exploration going on. That would really help with our scientific progress as well. So, you know, high hopes all around. Okay, let's build a mineral silo right here, because that's where we're going to put one. This will not have a hydro farm. We've still got another tile with tube food. We can put our Paradise Dome down on that, and then we have another tile down here that we could put a hydro farm on. So we'll compensate for it. Everything else is going to be a lot of minerals. We'll put some power plants down as well, and we have a couple tiles, not many, where we can put some science labs down. Definitely need some more science labs. Okay, so return. Fact Prime, I need to start constructing your spaceport. There we go. Construction complete on Menchib Prime. So let's upgrade these power plants again to grade 3. And what did we finish? We finished gamma lasers. Very good. Curator Exploration Lab. This increases survey speed by 25%. Don't care for that. We already have the Archaeology Lab, which is way better because it increases anomaly discovery chance. So we're going to get Hyper Shields, and then Corps of Engineers is done. Now we can do... we'll just get synthetics. In case we decide to actually build some synthetics, then we've got that option. But also we can do Android Assault and Defense Armies, which are pretty decent if we choose to go that route and build a few of those. Yandu's Prime, let's build a couple, queue up a couple defense orders, defense armies, I should say. This should be an engineering facility, I believe. Yes, upgrade engineering facility. Upgrade this one to an engineering facility, and then this one should be a physics lab. There we go. Incoming transmission. Oh, Fact Prime finished building its mineral silo, so that's cool. Active sensor link? Sure, why not? Whatever. We don't have anything to hide. There we go. Hey, we can see everything now. Cool. Alright, that's going to sum it up for tonight. Pretty quiet episode. Pretty quiet evening, really. So let's go ahead and save the game. It's kind of fun looking at the gene tailoring options for biologically ascending. Hopefully you guys have a pretty good idea how you want to use that to your own effect and have some fun with it. So yeah, like I said near the beginning of the video, if you are watching on Twitch, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Mobius Y Canadian Gaming. Very easy to find. Just search Mobius space Y. It'll pop up. And if you are watching this on YouTube, as I said earlier, if you want to see more Stellaris Console, subscribe to the channel. Check the links in the description below. Follow me on Twitch when I stream this live. You can come watch it live and chat with me as we go. Also, check out the Discord channel where there's it's been growing pretty steadily the last few weeks. There's a few of us that play Stellaris Console Edition in there. So if you want to talk to other Stellaris Console Edition players, set up multiplayer games, talk about game mechanics, very likely learned a few things, drop on in there. And don't forget, there is also my Twitter feed. Great way to get in touch with me, to follow me on Twitter as well, where I post announcements about important stuff. Namely, rescheduling or canceling streams is the one that I try to stay on top of the most, but also future video projects that I might be doing on my YouTube. Okay, so that'll sum it up. Thanks to everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. I have a huge amount of fun playing this game, and we're actually starting to grow a very, very small, very niche, but it's still our community. I like to think of it as that, our little Stellaris Console Edition community. Alright, you guys have a great night. I'll be back again tomorrow to stream something else. If you're watching this on YouTube, you want to see me playing something else tonight, Friday night on Twitch, drop on by the stream. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Alright, thanks very much. This is Mobius Y signing off. You guys have a great evening, and we'll see you again real soon.